When my mom kicked me out of the house, I was forced onto the streets. I was homeless for over a year and a half. I encountered all kinds of bad things. It's really scary when I was homeless because I had to do things in order to stay at a certain place. I had to do like sexual things. I blame my mom for everything that has happened to me. She kicked me out because my stepdad, he just didn't like me. My mom always put her relationships before me.
Christy says her daughter Haley needs to face certain realities and live up to her full potential. Christy says she's not sure if this is the right diagnosis that she believes that she has. She just really doesn't know how to help her daughter. But she does want her to move past this hurdle. Adriana says the same thing. She says they've both been through some very difficult times in their life, and people have different reactions to that. You know, Adriana, what are you talking about?
When we were kids, we were sexually molested and abused, and I started getting the proper treatment that I needed and stuff, and I feel like if Haley could come to reality and stop living in a fantasy world and be honest with herself and others, I feel like she can be where I am at.
Well, you were very forthcoming with us about that. You were very honest about it, and there's been, life hasn't always been a smooth ride for you, right?
It hasn't been a smooth ride for me, no.
Yeah. And that, I wonder sometimes if you underestimate the impact that something like that can have.
Well, I haven't been able to take my medication. I have not been able to take my medication at all. Mm-hmm. And they denied me for my disability, and I'm homeless. So that's another issue. Mm-hmm. I need my disability check, Dr. Phil, or I'm going to die. Mm-hmm. I'm not even kidding. I need help.
Well, I do want to help you with that. And you've also, along the way, you've taken drugs as well, correct?
Yeah.
You've done meth?
Yes.
And, the reason I say that I don't know what the proper diagnosis is for you is for two reasons. One, it would be terribly unprofessional of me to assign a diagnosis to you, because to do that, you have to go through a very sophisticated process. I mean, to just sit here and talk to you and say, oh, well, I think she's this. Look, you've got to go through a very structured evaluation. You've got to use very sophisticated psychometrics. You've got to go through a whole process.
Yes, but it says specifically in my papers that I have paranoid schizophrenia, and I have not been able to work because of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of house jumping, whore hopping, cocaine sniffing, butt licking my way through life because obviously I have something going on, and before it's another massacre, we need to go ahead and get my medicine back on track and get my disability going.
Let's work on that, because you do have some diagnoses that I've seen that have been assigned to you. As recently as September of 2013, depressive disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder. February 11 of 2016, auditory hallucinations. February 18, bipolar mixed psychosis, depression.
Yeah, it's right there, that paper right there.
Let's go look.
This condition can be due to mental disease like schizophrenia, hallucinations, and delusions. That's paranoid schizophrenia.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.